now. So, Saturn retrograde, bringing a lot of karma to people who haven't had it yet. What do you think?
I don't pay much attention to any of that stuff.
I know.
Life just does what it's going to do. So I'm concerned.
Most people don't, and that's why I say that. Just because certain people pay attention to the actual alignments of the planets.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
It doesn't, right, it doesn't change. We know that the alignment of the planets has a lot to do with the upheaval and the uprising and what's going on the planet, but the people dealing with it who are too busy don't have to know that. It's still going to play out. It's still going to happen. All darkness will be brought to light.
What was that written?
All darkness will be brought to light. I mean, it's literally biblical too, so it's in there. People have said it since ancient times. Just like we always hear the phrase, God always wins. Also, on this timeline, God always wins. But just like with my case, like I literally just feel like we can no longer brush stuff under the rug. We have to stick up for ourselves. Whatever that entails. And if we have to be the catalyst for other people's karma, then so be it. I feel like they have it coming already. If they didn't, I mean, we all had it coming. I paid my dues. I've had bad karma. I've had bad things happen to me. I've had whatever you want to call it, bad luck or whatever. I paid my dues, though. I show up, I suit up and show up and admit when I'm wrong. I have no problem doing that. If I'm actually wrong. Virgo energy. It's all going to happen regardless of people paying attention or not.
That contradicts manifestation.
Which part?
The whole thing.
No.
If things are going to happen no matter what, then you can't manifest anything different.
Yeah, you can.
How can you? Everything's going to be the same no matter what.
It's not the same because we're running on timelines. We're watching timelines play out. We're not necessarily on that timeline, but we can definitely see it. We can feel it. We can feel the energy.
You know what I felt when I started venturing down this path, when you start getting the holistics and all that shit?
Yeah.
It's very fucking convenient. Just like religion is very fucking convenient. You know, both of them have their place, obviously. Religion I've tried and gone, not for me. This path has always been for me. Especially when I saw a light come off my fingertips. I'm like, whoa! Okay.
Right. That part, there's just, if we can even just understand that there's multiple things going on at the same time. Now, when we get into my book, though, this is the book that talks about universal laws. And the reason I like talking about universal laws is because they're basically God. It's our human energy systems. It's about our frequencies. It's about what do I say? It's the foundation. Like these here in this book resonated with me enough that I would use these universal laws, quote unquote, as a foundation to build our future on. And the reason I say that, I mean, we have to go through the actual laws though, because and as I mean, as you can see here, I have highlighted I mean, the law of divine oneness. There's a lot. The law of manifestation is in here. The law of vibration, the law of action, the law of correspondence, the law of cause and effect. And that's what we're talking about here as far as karma. The law of cause and effect is the expression of divine order in the universe, period. There is no other way, because that is how it was created. That's it. That's the end. Creator created this to be balanced. It is divine order. It's not meaning that we can't manifest something different for our lives, because we can't. We're actually programmed to stay in the box and not do those things, and stay in the timeline that they want us to stay in, and not think for ourselves, and not think outside the box, and do what we're told, and comply and comply and comply. Right? That's how they keep us out of our self-empowerment, so that we have the ability to create our own future. But we have to understand that there are other timelines playing out, because we're in a quantum field and we have other people. And when we entangle, that is quantum entanglement. When you and I are creating something, it's quantum entanglement. When me and some other people are creating something or having a conversation, that is quantum entanglement. And it comes down to science, basically. But the science and spirituality and metaphysical overlap, and a lot of people don't understand that, because when we start overlapping the energy that we don't see into physicality, that's where the science crosses over. It's like magic is real, but magic is just science, and it's been hidden from us. It's literally just physics. That's all. It's magic is real. It's physics. It's science. They kept it from us in order to keep us under control by using it against us, okay? That's how they do it. Take it or leave it. But anyways, the law of attraction. It's all in here. And I study these things. This is what I study, so I can help other people get get out of whatever it is we're in, so that we can create a better planet. But everything else around us got to crash. It's got to crash and burn. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Now we know that and I'll just actually read the summary. Actually, hold on. It's a lot. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy is basic to our understanding that we are responsible for many of the conditions of our lives, and that we have free will to change the nature of our lives and environments. Just as energy is changing continually in the material world, so energy is being sent with a predictable impact in the emotional and spiritual worlds. We use energy in our thoughts and beliefs, our speech and actions. It is these behaviors which transmit and transmute energy to others, whether positive or negative. Positive energies attract positive energies and overcome negative energies through their higher vibrations. We control our transmission of energies through intent and will. So we set intentions before we move on. I can totally get into that part. We apply the law by forgiving others, loving others, appreciating the uniqueness of others, and using higher frequency in our lives. That just means we have a radical acceptance of people. They are as they are. We don't have to like it. It is what it is. We can choose to have those people in our lives or not. We don't have to have any attachment to it. We can move on. That's what that part is. And then violet color may be used to change conditions. All right, I'm going to say this again. Violet color may be used to change conditions. White light may be used as protection. And pink may be used to increase self-love and the love of others. Now, there's the law of relativity. All of them are in here. This is why this is a textbook for me. This was definitely not a novel. The law of polarity. The law of polarity states that everything is dual, that there are two poles or opposites to everything found on the physical, whether it's mental or spiritual or physical. There is an opposite. It's a spectrum, basically, from one end to the other. Polarity, black and white, good or bad, up and down. Has to happen here. Opposites are two extremes of the same thing, and that's kind of what you and I have discovered. And because we come from the same place, we have a lot of similarities. It's the same but different. Same but different. And there's no comparison. There's no good or bad. That's the part, and that's the part. And I think that a lot of the collective is going to have a lot of issue with, because there's a lot of extremely evil shit that's going on out there right now by extremely narcissistic, psychopathic, evil people, draconians, and ew. How are we ever supposed to accept what they're doing? How are we ever supposed to accept that this evil is here? How are we supposed to accept it and have no attachment to it?
Same way, guys get down and sign their sorry asses up to go fight for their country.
Right? That too.
Right?
Right?
And I laughed when they said that. I said, dude, you're not fighting for your country.
No, they're fighting for your controllers.
You're fighting for your owners, man.
You're fighting for your owners.
And you think they give a fuck if you get killed?
No, they don't. They have us to pay for the funerals and the taxpayers to pay for everything. They don't care. They don't care. But God said, the power of the mind, which controls the emotions, is the key to understanding that all things can be changed. The first step in its change is choosing to do so, which means you have to accept the things as they are. Everything is as it is. It is what it is. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. We don't have to have attachment to it. That is step 1 in my masterclass. Step 2 and 3 is, there's some other power out there that's controlling things that I am out of control. I don't have control over everything, but something does, and that thing is God, right? Steps 1, 2, and 3. That's awesome. That is the secret to life and to understanding the laws. Humans are to continue to raise their vibrations through the power of thoughts, the mind, emotions, and actions. This is accomplished through choice. It's a choice, The law of rhythm. So the law of rhythm states that the universe moves in a cyclical fashion with energy flowing one way and then the other. This movement is defined as the rhythm of the universe. And this rhythm is found in all things. It's called the law of rhythm. It's a lot going on, There's a lot more going on than people care to even think about, because we're busy trying to survive. As long as we're busy trying to survive, we cannot move up to the second place in the hierarchy, which was Maslow's hierarchy of needs. As long as they keep us in need and in lack, they can control us, because we don't have the ability to step up to the next level, period. That is keeping us stuck in our root chakra. Same thing. Keeping us stuck in survival mode is a root chakra issue. Root chakra is all about safety and our physicality, our attachment to it, our relationship to the physicality. That's the bottom of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.